We don't know who's going to give us $1 million, but we set out to do it. And it's funny because we'd cold called so many people. One of the people we'd cold called was Jim Getz, a very famous partner at Sequoia. And I found his number online somehow. And I'd called him and I'd said, Jim, this is the business we're working on. But I was so nervous the first time I hung up, and then I called him back and he chewed me out on the phone for 10 minutes and said, Sequoia is never going to fund you. And ironically, a couple of years later, they funded us 3 times over. But when we were in this process, we kept coming against all these road bumps and people just kept rejecting us. What are you kids going to be able to do in the wealth management space? Go find a real job and come back to this. And we ended up meeting these 2 guys, Nat Turner and Zach Weinberg, who started a company called Flatiron Health. And they said, okay, we'll be your first investors. Even if the thing goes to 0, it's okay. We think you'll be successful. And they gave us our first 100K. And 1, we could afford to feed our employees because everyone was working on equity at that point in time. And 2, it was enough momentum for us to get excited and keep going. And then we ended up meeting Founders Fund, and Founders